Hey guys, it's me again. I just wanted to do a quick little vloggy to say hello and make sure I keep up with my joy. I went to a few amusing things that I thought I would show you guys the pictures from. While my friend Brandy was here, which was awesome fun. We had lots of fun. She got sick, but what can you do? We still had fun even though she was ill. Anyways, we went to the sex show. It was called Sexapalooza. Like, I would have made that name myself. And I bought a little toy. I'm not really that kinky a person, and the guy was like, why are you buying that one? You should buy this one. And he handed me like a whip this big. I was like, I'm kind of a new person at this sort of thing. And, just one second. Just wanted to turn that background noise off. So he wanted me to buy this giant whip, and I was like, I don't think so. So I bought this little one. It's kind of like, oh my. So watch out, okay? Let me see, what else? Okay, I'm gonna show you guys some pictures right now. Yeah, that's right. That is the one and only time you'll ever see me anywhere near a vagina, okay? Scary little things. What else? What else? I've been looking into a little more things for my adventures to Paris, and one of my subscribers, Mikey Trap, is telling me right now about where men can get married in Europe. And apparently, in the Netherlands, Spain, and Finland, he thinks. So if you guys know other places, I really was hoping Paris would let me get married. But whatever. You know, if I need citizenship that bad, whatever. I can find a way. What else? What else? This is such a fun little thing to just play with. Except it kind of gets like all squiggly because it's like a sort of plastic thing. But it doesn't hurt when you hit. It's just kind of like playful, right? So, I don't know. I'm in on that. I did my presentation to my class, and Brandy was there for that. So she got to actually see me doing some real work, and that was exciting because, you know, I always wonder if my friends think I'm just like frolicking around in some other province. I'm not, guys. I'm working my bum off. And I get to do a site visit to the condemned building on Thursday morning, and I'm just going to show you guys some pictures while I'm talking here of the building. So, I love that building. I've looked at it for a really long time. Ever since I've lived here, I've wanted to do something with that building, if not just being curious about it. It's beautiful. Anyways, so I think I'm doing really well in studio right now. I've done a lot of research, and I'm really excited about this building, so I think my professor is like equally as excited, and she's like the sweetest lady. I love her so much. Her name is Federica Goffi, and she's Italian, and she's told me about places in Venice and just a whole bunch of things. Like the Papal Palace has like I'm not sure if it's a clock tower or if it's just like a church steeple sort of thing, or like just some sort of feature on the building. You know what I'm talking about. It's like the place in Venice that everybody knows about. And apparently, I can't remember how it collapsed, but it did collapse, and she's just telling me about how some things, like, as an architect, you want to rebuild things and sort of, you know, play around with them just a little bit. You don't have to always restore completely. But she was saying for that building, it was so important for them to rebuild it exactly the way it was, because it was such like a painful sore that like every single painting for like thousands of years has had that in it. And same with pictures and postcards, and like to not have that there. I actually saw a picture of Venice in the book she gave me without the tower, and I couldn't actually tell it was Venice, except for like it took me a few minutes, and then I saw the Papal Palace, and I saw the river, and you know, some other buildings, but that really makes you realize that it's Venice. So anyways, I thought that was pretty interesting, and I don't know, she just has so many interesting stories. She's such an interesting lady, and it's always a wonderful thing to have a good professor, right? Because they're like a springboard for your creativity. And like in last year, I had a professor, and we were both very strong people. Like, I don't let my professor push me around. It's not the type of program where you have to just listen to your professor. They're there to suggest, they're there to promote curiosity, they're there to help you when you get stuck, but they're not there to dictate what to do. And some people are fine with that, and they're like, okay, like, if they need help and they're stuck and they just want someone to tell them what to do, that's fine. That's their business. But I am not the type of person who wants to be told what to do in a project. I pay for the school, right? Like, I want to work through, like, I love when my professor helped me out in my project, in, like, everything to do with it, but I don't like being told what to do, especially if I don't agree with the way that they do architecture, and that was the case, and I really didn't appreciate the way she was addressing me, and it was like, respect is a two-way street here. If you want me to respect you and accept your ideas, you have to accept my ideas. Like, we have to meet in the middle. And so what ended up happening is, like, basically I asserted myself very many times, and she just started to talk to me less, which was fine with me. I was really excited. Finally, at the end, she proposed a good project in my mind, and I was really excited to do it. And a lot of people sort of ended up doing what she wanted to do for that project, and they're unhappy with their project, but I ended up being very pleased with my project. It wasn't fully developed, I feel, because of, like, she kept stopping me and, like, making ridiculous, like, just, it was silly. Like, she put a stop on my progress, I really think. And I'm not trying to just be like, whatever. But this is just serious. Can you tell my seriousness? Well, it's scaring me. Anyways, I'm happy I asserted myself. I learned a lot about myself. And actually, not having her as a professor, I've actually grown to like her a lot more. Like, and she also got pregnant after. So she's a lot more joyful and just happier. Like, before, I felt like she was a little bit embittered toward architecture, and that's never good. You should never teach if you're bitter. Like, I'm sure it happens all too often. Anyways, this is turning into a ramble about teachers, but I think about these things sometimes, so, you know, I get to tell you guys because you listen, and I just enjoy talking about these things. Sometimes you just can't blab about these things at school because it's school, and I don't want to, like, if someone really liked her, which is totally fine, like, that's completely their opinion. Like, I don't want to be like, well, I hated her, and, like, you know, to each his own, right? Like, some professors I've had I've loved, and I think other people really didn't, so, like, you know, you don't want to hear, like, oh, that professor is awful, when you know that, like, it was amazing for you. And so it's totally a combination for me, for, like, we were both just really strong people. You know, I thought that we wouldn't get along, and I really do think that that had an effect on how we actually got along. I think if I would have thought, like, yeah, we can get along even though we're different, I think it might have changed how things went. But you never know, right? Woulda, shoulda, coulda. But anyways, so yes, I'm very excited. I'm having fun with this whip. I'm whipping myself. And I want to show you guys, I bought some new pants, and they're really dark, and they're not skinny jeans, because I actually hate skinny jeans. The way I have, like, some sort of phobia with this part of my leg. Not phobia, but I just hate when things are, like, suctioned. Like, that bothers me. Like, I'm freaking out a little bit. Anyways, but it has a little bit of room, right? I can stick my hand up there. I don't have to worry. But, they look really nice. They're actually, don't tell anyone, women's jeans. And that reminds me that I'm going to do Secrets of the Gay Man again. I've been thinking of a bunch of them over the last few months, and I have a few of them, and that just might be mentioned. I'll make that a small one since I already talked about it. But I got quite a lot of feedback and, like, good happy comments from that one in the summer, so I was thinking I'll do that again soon. Anyways, I hope you guys are having a good week, and don't stress out. We're not even halfway through the week yet. You can't be stressed. And go do some yoga, and go frolic, and buy a whip, you know? Okay, see you guys later.